The FBI announced they have successfully gained access to the phone belonging to Thomas Matthew Crooks, the would-be assassin who opened fire on former President Trump at his rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, on Saturday. FBI technical specialists successfully gained access to Thomas Matthew Crooks' phone, and they continue to analyze his electronic devices, the agency wrote in a press release. Law enforcement sources with knowledge of the situation tell Fox News the weapon Crooks used, a DPMS AR-15 5.56, is now at the FBI's forensic labs in Quantico, Virginia, along with his phone, laptop and at least one improvised explosive device from his car. The FBI finished its search of Crooks' home and vehicle. A little more than a dozen guns were found in the home. Crooks' family is still cooperating with the FBI, Fox News has confirmed. The FBI has successfully gained access to the phone belonging to Thomas Matthew Crook, the shooter who opened fire on former President Trump at his rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. House Homeland Security Chair Mark Green, R10, and Ranking Member Benny Thompson, D-Miss, spoke with FBI Executive Assistant Director Robert Wells on Monday. A committee spokesperson issued a statement to Fox News on where the investigation stands and what is happening next. The FBI is focused on the gunman, his motive, any potential associations, building a timeline of events, and related matters, while the Secret Service is conducting a separate review of its security protocol. Chairman Green is pleased to know the FBI has so far conducted nearly 100 interviews, and has access to the gunman's phone. Chairman Green was assured by EAD Wells that the FBI intends to be transparent with Congress during its investigation. Chairman Green intends to schedule a site visit, if possible, once the scene has been processed, and looks forward to being briefed by USSS as soon as possible, as do committee members, House Homeland Security Committee spokesperson. The FBI said it conducted nearly 100 interviews of law enforcement personnel, event attendees and other witnesses. It has also received hundreds of digital media tips, which include photos and videos taken at the scene. The agency began its investigation into Crooks and the shooting shortly after the Saturday attack. Agents went to Crooks' home and the home of his parents on Sunday and Monday. They are investigating the incident as an assassination attempt and possible domestic terrorism. Trump broke his silence on the assassination attempt on Monday, saying he is alive, by luck or by God. "I'm not supposed to be here, I'm supposed to be dead," Trump told the New York Post. "I'm supposed to be dead." The doctor at the hospital said he never saw anything like this. He called it a miracle. Trump also told the newspaper on board his private plane while heading to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, for this week's Republican National Convention. "By luck or by God, many people are saying it's by God I'm still here." Trump told the Post that had he not turned his head slightly to the right to read a chart on illegal immigration, the bullet that grazed him would have been fatal. He described the Secret Service agents who rushed at him as linebackers, mentioning another one eliminated the gunman with one shot right between the eyes. The Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, on July 14, 2024, on the eve of the start of the Republican National Convention. Fox News, Paul Steinhauser. "They did a fantastic job," he told the Post. "It's surreal for all of us." Before gunshots erupted at former President Donald Trump's campaign rally on Saturday, one police officer had confronted the now identified shooter, Thomas Matthew Crooks, on the roof of a nearby building, according to two law enforcement officials who spoke to the Associated Press on Sunday. According to the AP, who spoke to two law enforcement officials on condition of anonymity, rally-goers noticed a man climbing to the top of the roof of the nearby building and warned local law enforcement. This is when one local officer climbed to the roof and confronted Crooks, who pointed his rifle at the officer. The officer retreated down the ladder as Crooks quickly took a shot toward Trump, who was speaking on stage, and that's when the U.S. Secret Service counter-snipers shot him, the AP reported. Newsweek has reached out to the Pennsylvania State Police, the FBI, the Secret Service, and the Butler Police Department via email for comment. One rallygoer told the BBC that he noticed the shooter bear crawling on a building that was 50 feet away from us. The rallygoer said he was trying to get the police and the Secret Service's attention before the shooting. "We're standing there. We're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof. We could clearly see him with a rifle," he said. In response to the raised security questions, Pennsylvania State Police Lieutenant Colonel George Bivens said at a late-night news conference on Saturday, which the Secret Service did not attend, "It is incredibly difficult to have a venue open to the public, and to secure that against any possible threat, against a very determined attacker. While the investigation remains ongoing, Saturday's shooting has since sparked debate about the efficiency of the Secret Service and raised questions about the level of protection Trump and other presidential candidates receive. Some have even called for the resignation of Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheadle in light of the incident, as the Republican-led House Oversight Committee has launched an investigation into the shooting and asked Cheadle to testify on July 22. The shooting comes days before the Republican National Convention (RNC) kicks off in Milwaukee, where Trump is poised to unveil his highly anticipated vice presidential pick, setting the stage for a rematch of the fiercely contested 2020 election against presumptive Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden. The four-day convention is estimated to bring upward of 50,000 delegates, politicians, and official guests. In two Truth Social posts on Sunday, Trump confirmed he is still attending the convention, writing that while he initially planned to delay his arrival, he decided he cannot allow a potential assassin to force him to change his plans. He added that he'd be leaving for Milwaukee on Sunday afternoon as planned. Meanwhile, Biden announced that he directed the head of the Secret Service to review all security measures for the Republican National Convention. Biden also emphasized that Trump already receives a heightened level of security because he's a former president and the presumed Republican nominee. I've been consistent in my direction of the Secret Service to provide him with every resource, capability, and protective measure necessary to ensure his continued safety, Biden said.
The perception that Americans have for Donald Trump has fundamentally shifted because of this event. And if you don't see it, you're going to be awfully disappointed in November when they let the bull back into the china shop. For Newsweek Radio, I'm Jesse Edwards. Catch you next time.
I think what I'm seeing right now, which is such a big question, is how did this happen? And this rooftop. And I was talking to some law enforcement sources that I have, and Secret Service goes in like 2 weeks before any event like this, and they do a thorough assessment. And this was an open air venue. They knew that any rooftop, anything in proximity like that, is a risk, and it should have been secured. And that could have been Secret Service. It could have been like local law enforcement, local SWAT. But the fact that that was not secured is a failure, is what my sources have explained to me. And I think that us just having no knowledge, of that, you could say, yeah, obviously, how did that happen? So I feel like it's so much surrounding that too.
As you leave the page, don't forget to hit the like bell and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so as yet. Thank you for watching.